Hello, I think when I last spoke to you, I mentioned there was just something, a little something in my throat, and that started Friday night, and it got worse on, Saturday was the first like proper day that I noticed it. It got worse on Sunday. I don't know when, I think Monday night, I think it moved from my throat to my nose, and actually that's better for me. Because yesterday, I think it was, or maybe Monday, but I think it was Tuesday, I was able to do a bit of singing for a self-tape, so that was good. Because the nose is annoying, but it doesn't stop me from singing, whereas if there's something in my throat, I don't want to sing. I shouldn't be singing. But it has meant that I've been sneezing a lot, and I've gone through a lot of tissues. I've just brought in another box because we're going through them. It's not, knock on wood, it's not terrible yet. Like, my grandma's also got a runny nose, and she's definitely getting through more tissues than I am. I have moments where it stops, or not stops, it's still blocked, but it's not running, and then all of a sudden I'll have, a runny nose, but it's not constant, usually, which is good. Yesterday, I had the day off, and on Monday night, I made myself a list of things that I wanted to get done, because I wanted to do them Monday night, and I ended up watching some stuff with a friend, which was really nice, but it meant I was like, oh my goodness, I need to do all these things. And I think I'd written 6 or 7 things down, and I think I did everything. Let me check my list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did 6 out of 7, or 5.5, because one of them was edit a vlog, and I don't think I finished it, but I finished that this morning, and the last item I also did this morning. So I feel really good about that, and I'm actually almost done finishing another vlog, so I'm hoping to get that done before I go for babysitting in about 45 minutes. But I just felt I wanted to chat to you, because I've been wanting to chat to you for a while, and I keep putting it off, and I don't know why, I don't really have a reason, so here we are. But yeah, feeling good about that, because obviously now going into Thursday and Friday, we're back at work, and we're back with life. There is another thing I've been doing, which was actually on that to-do list, that I've done for the last few days, that I keep wanting to talk about, but I'm not, because I'm not ready to commit to it yet, but I have made separate videos about them, so they will go up in the future, and you'll find out what all this secrecy is about. It's not a job, it's nothing major, but it's just something that's exciting for me, something I'm keeping myself busy with. So as I said, tonight I'm babysitting. It's quite an relatively early gig, so I'm starting at I think around 4:30, and I think I'll be finished around 8:30, so that's quite nice actually, especially as I'm working, back at work tomorrow. The main reason why I've been wanting to talk to you is because the weather has turned, and I love it. We had a few days at the end of last week where it was sort of grey but really muggy, and it was still, 20 degrees, and actually 20 degrees usually would be okay for me, but because it was grey and because it was really humid and sticky, I didn't enjoy it. I do think I mentioned that on here. But then I think it was either Sunday or Monday that it properly turned. It's got to 15, 14 degrees, and I think this morning it was below 10, and I was like, this is amazing. Or maybe not this morning, whenever it was. So the last few days it's been grey and rainy, and then this morning I woke up and it was the most beautiful sun, glorious blue skies, really gorgeous, but I was like, oh, come on, I thought we were over this. But I had the window open and I could tell that there was a cool breeze rather than heat, which was good for me. She says, absolutely snivelling away, but still. But then in the last hour or so, I would say, it's suddenly turned and it's again gone grey and really windy and pelting down rain and just awesome. And then now, as I'm talking, that's sort of stopped and we're back to partly cloudy skies and not really much of a breeze or any wind, but it does seem to be kind of flip-flopping at the moment, so I'm enjoying it. And there was a beautiful rainbow, almost a double rainbow outside my window, so I will post a picture as I'm talking now, because that always makes me very happy. Oh, I'm snivelling so much and it's gonna make editing so hard. So yeah, I'm feeling good, and then next week, I'm away. Next week, I'm going to Italy, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think everyone else flies out tomorrow, I believe, and so they'll be there for a week before I join, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing everyone and to being in Italy, and I need to pack, and I need to sort, how I'm gonna get to the airport and things like that, because I think my flight is at 6 in the morning, so that's good fun. So that's probably what's gonna be coming up, either in this vlog, no, not in this vlog yet, let's be realistic, but in next vlog, probably. But I need to stop chatting to you because I really do want to try and finish editing this vlog and charge my phone before I go, and I've got half an hour, I would say. So I will see you when I see you next. Hello, I have just done something that I'm very, very proud of, and there will be a whole separate video going up about it. There's going to be a whole series of videos to do with this, But suffice it to say, I'm pretty chuffed. I'm on a high. But I haven't had lunch, and it's now past 2 o'clock. I don't know the exact time, but it's definitely past 2. So I am going to have a look. We have so much vegetarian food. I mean, we have so much food, full stop, but especially a lot of vegetarian food, both in the fridge and in the freezer, that absolutely need to be used up. I do kind of fancy an egg though, which is obviously not necessarily what I should be having, but I'll have a look and I'll see what there is. Also, I've just finished editing the last vlog you would have seen, so I know for a fact this clip is going into this week's vlog, and I'm just debating whether or not we'll need to see how much I film between now and before I go, but I'm wondering if me going away is going to be in this vlog or if it's going to be in next week's, but you'll probably know that from the title. I would kind of prefer it to be a vlog on its own, but equally, I don't know. Could we do it as an Alphabet Adventures? If it's a letter I've not visited yet, then yes, but I think it's going to be a letter I have visited already. There's not that many letters in Alphabet Adventures I've not done, which is why they're so few and far between nowadays. And the truth is, I've got today off, and I've got tomorrow off and plans tomorrow, and I need to pack. So those are all like, me having days off means I'm much more likely to talk to you, and me needing to pack means that's going to be featured in the video. I mean, it's not going to be that much packing because I'm going for, I think, 5 days, 4 nights, something like that. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, flying back Monday. So really not that much. In my head, I've already made sort of a plan of what I want to pack, but I want to write it down as well. And I'm hoping that tomorrow I can do a laundry, because some of the clothes I want to take will need to come out of the laundry, which also means I need to think about what I'm going to wear tomorrow night when I've got plans, and Thursday and Friday, Tuesday and Wednesday at work. I'll probably just go for jeans though, let's be realistic. And I need to ask if I need to bring a bathing suit, and I need to figure out about shoes. Am I just going to stick with my boots and hope it's not too hot? Or should I bring trainers if we're going to do hikes? Although I think it's unlikely. I don't know. We'll have to see, because I've only got a backpack, so I'm going to be very limited on what I can take. And I need to bring my father's gifts, although I've spoken to him and I might take one set of gifts now and then the rest when I come to Australia. Because my luggage allowance for Australia is crazy. I think I'm allowed 46 kilos over 2 bags, which is plus hand luggage. And I mean, I'm never gonna use all that, which is why I keep offering to buy stuff for people, and people don't really need that much stuff. Maybe I can do that tomorrow. I need to buy the stuff for my sister, and maybe I can do that, because tomorrow night, I think I'm meeting my friends around Covent Garden, and my sister wants stuff from Primark, so I could go to the one on Tottenham Court Road, or even Oxford Street. Is that the same one? There's 2 different ones that are like, I always get them confused. There's one by the station, Tottenham Court Road station, and there's one further down the opposite way. And I have a feeling they're both on the same road, and I can't remember now which is which, but either way, I can go to one of them, because they're both, I think, within walking distance of Covent Garden. Walking distance by my standards anyway. And then I can allow myself enough time to get the stuff, and I don't need to be stressed, and I don't need to be whatever. I mean, I've got a few weeks before I go to Australia, but still. So maybe that's what this vlog is going to be. Maybe it's going to be me struggling once again with Primark, and actually there's something else I want to buy. Yes, I'm starting to form a plan for tomorrow. I've got a vision. So I think perhaps tomorrow will be shopping and being with friends, and then I've got 2 days of work and packing and laundry. That's what this vlog I think is going to be. I hope you look forward to that. And then I think next week's vlog will be the fun, the joy, the excitement of me visiting, I think it's Lake Como in Italy, although I'm still not entirely sure about what the plans are and if we're staying in one place or if we're going to be traveling around. I just don't know. But I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just so looking forward to it. We could be in the middle of nowhere with the 4 of us, and I would be delighted to be there. And the really nice thing, or what I'm expecting of this holiday that I think is going to be so lovely, and to be honest, we had the same when I went to Spain earlier in the year, and I'm very lucky, I'm very fortunate for this, but it's the kind of holiday where I go and I just attend. I don't need to plan anything. I usually don't need to pay for anything, which is amazing. Look, I mean, if they want me to or expect me to pay for a meal or a gift, whatever, I will. I don't mind that. But on the whole, I'm just attending. And that's really nice. That being said, I am going to be having, I need to book my coach actually, but it's going to be an early start for me on Thursday. I think I need to get the coach at 4 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning. And I plan on walking to the coach station, which is a choice. I mean, I just don't feel it's worth getting a taxi or asking my grandma to drive, considering I've only got a backpack. Like, if I had big luggage and lots of it, maybe that would be different, but I just feel it's really unnecessary. But I'll probably try and talk to my mum, because I reckon she'll be awake. Well, she will be awake because she's in Australia. So I'll try and talk to her while I'm on my way so I don't get killed. It's fun being a woman. Anyway, I need to go eat something, and I keep blabbing to you, and I just need to stop. Although maybe I'll film my Dear Hopefuls now. No, I'll eat something first. Yeah, I will. All right, bye. Hello, good morning. My camera is actually running really low on battery, so I don't think I'm going to take it with me today. I wasn't really planning to anyway. I think I'll try and film some stuff on my phone, but I think we'll leave the camera behind. This morning, I don't want to tell you what I've done this morning, but we booked something that is absolutely terrifying and exciting. And you will find out more about that probably only if it's more exciting than terrifying, and it won't be for a while. But as a result, I spoke to my mum very, very briefly. I'm hoping to call her again before I go out, but I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm leaving in about an hour. I'm wearing the white with the colourful leggings again. We're giving it another go. We'll see. I mean, when I looked in the mirror, it made me happy, so we'll see how I'm gonna feel. And I'm gonna wear the trainers with it because I'm going to a dance class. So I'm gonna be doing the dance class in these leggings, which I've never done before. And I'm a bit nervous. I don't know how it's gonna fare, but I hope it'll be okay. So that's gonna be part one of the day. Then I'm going to go to 2 different shops, one of which is Primark, and I'm really going to try and get the things for my sister today. And at least I should, in theory, have the time to like roam and look and ask someone and, you know, just hopefully get something. In fact, if I go straight after the dance class, she might still be awake, so I could even call her if there's anything else she wants. So I might do that. So then there's another shop I also want to go to and try things on and see where we get to with that. And then at 6, I'm meeting my friends for supper. So it should be a good day. We'll see. And as I say, I'll try and sort of film a couple of bits and bobs if I can. You know, probably just Pineapple, the Primark, the Covent Garden, because I'll be around Covent Garden, the restaurant, and that's probably going to be it. Maybe the Tube, if we're lucky. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that, and I will see you later. Or, well, I'll see you at some point. Bye! Hello. It has been a couple of days, I think. Monday was lovely. As you could probably tell from the clips, I went to the dance class and that was great. Different, very different to what I was expecting. They had advertised one teacher and it was a different teacher, and I was expecting the other teacher who I've already gone to class with a few times. So that was interesting, but it was a different style and I actually enjoyed doing a slightly different style, just in terms of like keeping everything good. And then I went to one shop and I spent hours and hours. This was in the Primark, maybe not hours and hours, but definitely like at least 45 minutes, just wandering around the one section again, trying to find the second item my sister wanted. I ended up calling her as well, so I was chatting to her and like trying to find things that she wanted. And in the end, I asked someone, and I mean, look, I didn't double check it on Monday, but I had checked it last week and it said it was still in stock in that shop. And when I went last week, I couldn't see it anywhere. So this time I finally asked someone and they said, oh no, we don't sell that anymore. I was like, come on, why do you lie? So then I went round the shop again, trying to find, whilst on the phone to my sister, showing her lots of different things. And eventually we found something she liked, but it was incredibly frustrating. And then I went to the other shop, and it wasn't as well stocked as I had hoped either, and it just like nothing was going right. And so I ended up leaving and just deciding that I was going to order something online because they said they do free returns and I think 60-day returns as well. So I was like, that works for me. And I did ask before I left, can I return it in store if it, you know, doesn't fit or if it's not quite right? And they said, yeah, that's fine, which is better for me than having to post it because I work nearer to, well, not necessarily nearer, but I feel like it's easier for me to just bring it to the shop from where I work than from here to a post office or whatever. I'm on the orange juice today. It's very good. I'm a big orange juice fan. But as a result, I thought these things were going to take me like hours and hours, and in total I think it took me maybe an hour and a half, which meant I had a lot of time to kill. And luckily it was a nice day. It was sort of sunny but not too hot. I was wearing the right clothes, I would say. I was quite like well dressed. Oh, that reminds me, I seem to have lost my oyster and I'm wondering if I left it in my pocket. Oh, yes I did. And that was in the laundry. I'm glad I found that. So I just started the new Julie Kaplan book. I don't know if I mentioned on here or in my favourites, but I read the first Julie Kaplan book last month and it was called The Cafe in Copenhagen, and I realised as I was doing my favourites that there were like 8 more books, and they're sort of a series, they're sort of related, and it wasn't like a blow me away book, but it was just a really nice, chill, easy, light read. So I've been waiting to listen to the rest of them in order, and I'm now on the second book, and I was only like maybe 10 minutes in, 20 minutes in, and so I just sat at Covent Garden soaking in the sun and listening to my audiobook, and it was lovely. And then I met up with my friends. Luckily they were in Covent Garden like an hour earlier than we'd said, but actually we found out after that everyone had been free and sort of wandering around Covent Garden since 4, even though we said we were going to meet at 6, and we ended up meeting at 5. So if we'd known that, we all could have been together even earlier. But in the end it was still nice, it all worked out. We had a lovely time. We went to eat somewhere. I think it was called Ave Maria or something like that. It was a very like atmospheric place, like it was very funky. The bathrooms were super cool, some of the probably the coolest bathrooms I've ever been in, and it just had like a really nice feel to it. The food was good. I had 2 starters. I shared one with a friend and the other I had for myself, and it was nice. I mean, I'm going to Italy tomorrow, so I'm sure it won't compare, and I'm not a huge pizza eater anyway, and especially not when I'm, you know, like at a restaurant people are expecting me to eat the whole thing on my own in one go. Like that's just not gonna happen ever. So I was very happy that I got 2 starters, and I was very happy one friend was happy to share a starter, and I was very happy that I actually enjoyed it. Like, yeah, maybe it didn't blow me away, but I enjoyed it, and that is not always a guarantee. And then we walked round and round and round. We kind of like all the way around Leicester Square, up to Tottenham Court Road, backwards and forwards, and like we were just talking and chatting and walking. And yesterday I was actually wearing my Fitbit for once, and it measured almost 15,000 steps, so fair enough. And then I got home, and literally, like, I don't know at what point it hit me, but I definitely noticed it as I was coming out of the tube. I could just feel my throat was like just very unhappy with me. On Sunday I had been feeling so close to fully better. Like I was probably at, I don't know, like 89%, maybe even higher. So then to come home on Monday night and really feel myself dropping back down to like 50 was not nice. And Monday night I was so sore, like my throat. So I found out later there's this thing called globus sensation, which is like when you feel like there's something in your throat. So I think I had that, but it was also just like dry, and again those razor blades, but at least I could breathe. Like my nose was fine, so I just the whole night forced myself to glue my lips absolutely shut. And I think I was sort of like, I was drifting in and out of sleep a lot, and I was very much like in a weird space, and I think I was like dreaming or imagining that I was like a theatre director or something, and that's why I had to keep my mouth shut. But that makes absolutely no sense, because have you ever met a theatre director who keeps their mouth shut? That's like the opposite of their job. I don't know what was going through my mind, but it worked, and genuinely, like, I was amazed at myself for the whole night. Literally, it felt like my lips were glued shut. It was fantastic, aside from the fact that I was very sore. And then yesterday, again, like, I woke up and I was like, I do not enjoy this. Like it's sore, it's uncomfortable. Like again, it feels like there's something there. I can't swallow properly. Like it was just not fun at all. And where I work, I have to pick up the phone a lot. And I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but when your throat is like sore or there's something there, or it's just not 100%, you don't know what's gonna come out when you speak. So if you pick up the phone and go, hello, you're not sure that your vocal cords are gonna connect. And so it kind of comes out, or sometimes there's like a cough that happens, or sometimes it kind of comes out as like, you know, like a teenager with a broken voice, stuff like that. Like it was just, every time I picked up the phone, it was a gamble. So that was annoying, but we made it through the day. I've had lots and lots of water. I don't think I've drunk as much water as I have in the last sort of 36 hours. I've got my good friend here that I keep refilling. Lots of tea, lots of hot coffee, you know, just like anything to drink. Orange juice, we've been going for at least 1 glass a day. This is my second of, no, actually, is it? It might be my second of today. But yeah, really trying to look after it. But then last night, the throat was still super sore. And also I felt tired, like, I felt that kind of tired you get when you're not well and you're just like, my body isn't working as it should be. Or it's working harder to achieve the same things. Oh, actually, also last night, my cousin came around, so that was nice. And actually my cousin and my aunts, but my cousin stayed over, so that was nice. And it was nice seeing her because I hadn't seen her in a while. At least not by our current standards. It used to be that I didn't see her for like 2 years at a time. So comparatively, it's not been that long. But how frequently I've seen her in the last year, it has felt like a longer while. But what I was going to say is last night, that throat sensation was still super sore, but my nose started to be blocked as well. Not fully, as you can hear, it's not totally, but there was like something there. And so I couldn't breathe properly. So I kept having to like alternate between breathing through my mouth and breathing through my nose, which just made the throat even worse. And it was like, ah. And then today, that globus sensation, that like something in my throat feeling has gone away for the most part. There's like a little tiny bit there, but like nothing compared to what it was. And in general, the throat's been less sore. It's still like irritated, but it's not painful for now, knock on wood. But I've been coughing a lot today, which is very annoying as well. It's annoying, but it's not like, it's not hurting, so that's good. But it's just annoying because I'm like, I felt better on Sunday. I was like, I am fine. But I did do something on Sunday that in hindsight maybe I shouldn't have done, knowing I wasn't fully recovered yet. Ah well. But tonight, I know I'm not going to get like a full night's sleep. And I'm going on a plane, which is not exactly known for like being good in terms of things flying about and viruses and whatnot. Although to be fair, I don't think I've ever caught anything on a plane. I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to be the one spreading things on a plane tomorrow. And I've got a middle seat as well, which is like, ah. But I'll just try and like keep to myself, sanitize a lot, you know, do all the jazz. But yeah, I just hope I'm okay for the holiday. Like I feel if I am the way I was on yesterday, I'm not gonna be happy. If I am like I was today, I'll make it through. It won't be great, but I'll make it through. If I am like I was on Sunday, that would be great. Or if I'm any better than that, obviously that would be even better. So, you know, we'll see what happens, but I am looking forward to it. I keep like forgetting. I still can't believe I'm actually going, you know, in what, 12 hours? Yeah, more or less. Like I will probably be sat on the plane 12 hours from now, which is very cool. But this morning it was really funny. At 4 in the morning, my mum sent me a message, literally just give or take a few minutes from 4 in the morning, saying, oh, you must be getting exciting, let me know when you're on your way, blah, blah, blah. And tomorrow I will be going at about 4 in the morning from my house. And I wrote back and I said, you are almost bang on exactly 24 hours early, but I love that. But yeah, I got that message and I was like, I am getting excited, but it still doesn't feel real. And then I think it was at 5 o'clock today in the afternoon, I got a notification on my phone being like, you are going away tomorrow, you're away the whole day tomorrow. And I was like, I am. It's just crazy. But I'm so excited. Although it is 7 o'clock. I mean, today at work was a long day. I didn't get home until about 20 minutes ago. And I have never been this underprepared for going away. Except maybe when I went to Australia with 24 hours notice. But that was an exception because that was COVID. I have a pile of some clothes that I'll be taking with. I have 2 or 3 different lists because of course I do. I have a vision in my head, but I have not actually packed anything yet. And that is unlike me and I don't like it. So I'm gonna finish this tiny little bit of orange juice. I'm gonna stop the camera and then I might start the camera and try and pack. Because there's also a couple of things like tonight I really want to wash my hair because it doesn't desperately need washing, but I'd rather just wash it now and then not need to wash it for the 5 days I'm away, unless we go swimming, but that's a different story. And I feel like there's just a couple of other things I want to do that I can't do until after we've eaten. So I'd rather do the things I can do, such as pack, or at least pack most of it, now. So wish me luck. Hello, I didn't film because I was just feeling like so out of it and I just wanted to get it done. But I have made my pile and I've double checked it against my list and I've got everything I said I wanted. And on the one hand, I feel like it's not enough. And on the other hand, I feel like how on earth am I going to get this into my backpack? I've decided to take out my other 2E backpack, my Lapland one, because it's a bit bigger. And I mean, it squeezes, I mean, it's a bag, a soft bag, so you can squish it. And if I need to wear 2 dresses, I'll wear 2 dresses. But I think it'll be okay. I'll talk about what I've brought in a minute. I suddenly remembered passports as well. I didn't even think about that, but I need that. And I found a very tattered wallet that I'm going to use for my euros, and I literally have like 7 euros, but it's just something if I need cash, I've got it. I'm just staring at it, wondering what am I missing? Oh, I'm missing my father's present, which does take up quite a lot of space, but I will leave that until the end, and if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit, and it will have to wait till Australia. Right, let's see how we're going to fold this and put it in the bag. Like, I could probably put it in the bag as is, but I want to try and make it as small as possible, which makes me think I will roll. Let's just go for it. Let's see what happens. Hello, obviously showered, washed and packed, done everything more or less that I think I need to do. Got my list for tomorrow. I don't know, to be honest. On the one hand, I feel like everything's chill, everything's good, and on the other hand, I feel quite nervous. I just feel like I haven't planned for this as much as I normally do, and I don't know, like, I feel like I haven't travelled in a while. I mean, it's been 5 months, it's not been that long, but I just feel like inexperienced with travelling, which is really weird because, like, I've travelled a lot. But the reason I've just pulled you out is because I was just watching an episode of Emily in Paris, and slight spoiler alert, so skip ahead if you don't want any spoilers. I'm on the episode where she goes to Rome. I'm about halfway through and they've just done a scene of like them eating a lovely Italian lunch, and that got me really excited. I was like, oh, I'm excited for like proper, fresh, authentic Italian food. I can't believe I'm actually going. I can't believe in 12 hours I'm going to be there. I'm going to have landed. I'm going to probably try and go to bed in the next 45 minutes, before 11 if I can. And I'll be waking up, I think at like 3:15 if I'm feeling brave. So that's fun. But while I was packing, I don't know if you could see it in the clip, but I was like genuinely surprised by how little there actually was. I mean, the last minute things will add quite a bit because we've got chargers, we've got my laptop, we've got like those kinds of things that do bulk it up, my notebook, and if I can bring my pencil case I would love to, but if not it's fine. But like as of right now I do still have space in there, and I'm debating if I should bring like a little towel. I might. I asked my father and he said you might want one if we go to the beach, but like that's it, so I don't know. Maybe I'll see tomorrow how my last minute things pack in and then decide. I think I'm gonna end this video here, and then I will see you in the morning unless something happens in the next 45 minutes to an hour that I want to share with you. I'm going to Italy tomorrow. The last time I've been to Italy once before, and I think it was about 15 years ago. So, you know, it's been a while. I don't remember a lot of that trip. I remember some of it like really stands out clearly, and other bits I'm like, I know I've forgotten, but I'm excited. Now I'm like, I hope I can sleep tonight. Oh, well, if not, I'll sleep on the plane. Yay. Hello, I just wanted to come on at the end of this video and talk about what I packed and how I felt about it, because I don't want to disrupt next week's wonderful video with all that, and I was just editing this one and realised I never came back to that even though I said I would. So I brought 3 dresses, one of them was a play suit, but 3 items, like one pieces, 2 pairs of leggings, 1 pair of boots which I wore, a zip-up jumper, was it this one? I think it might have been this one. Either this one or the other zip-up jumper I have, both very similar. But again, only one, and I wore it on the plane. And my jacket, a grey jacket, which again I wore on the plane. And obviously lots of underwear and socks and things like that. And swimwear, and I did end up bringing a towel as well. Plus then, of course, my laptop, chargers and phone and everything like that. Camera. And overall, I am very pleased with how I packed. The one thing I probably would say I didn't need was the towel and the swimwear. But the swimwear, I feel it could have been needed. Like there would have potentially been an opportunity to go swimming, and then I would have been really annoyed if I hadn't had it with me. Whereas the towel, if I hadn't brought it and we had gone swimming, everywhere we went, there was at least one towel, and in some places even two per person. So I could have managed without, and especially because we didn't go swimming, so I definitely didn't need it. So that's probably the only thing I felt I didn't need. I didn't wear my second pair of leggings, and that's only because I kept thinking to myself, I've only got 2 pairs of trousers, and if I dirty one of them, then I need to have a spare. So I didn't want to alternate or whatever, and maybe that's less hygienic because obviously it was, 4 or 5 days in the same pair of leggings, but it's not like they got dirty. It's not like we were doing lots of hiking or whatever. It wasn't like they were getting sweaty or anything like that. I didn't spill anything on them. Like, it was, to me, it was reasonable to be wearing it for 5 days in a row, and it just meant I had a backup in case I needed it for whatever reason. So I don't regret having brought that second pair, even though I didn't wear it. I also don't feel like I missed anything. Maybe one more dress or top would have been nice to have, but definitely not a need to have. The only thing maybe would have been to bring a scarf because the evenings were a bit chillier and I was still sick. Spoiler alert. But when I left, I had given the present to my father, so that obviously emptied a bit of room, but I was also given some top and things like that from my grandparents and just other foodie bits. But even then, I definitely still had space, and that's also with it not being packed quite as neatly because I had laundry, but I would say I would have had space to take a couple more things if I needed to. In terms of chargers, I'd actually purposely not brought one thing, and the second thing was that I'd also taken my sort of very broken phone charger as opposed to my newer one, which is better. So I didn't bring like the wall piece, I only brought the USB, which could have been very risky, but I did think, like my father probably has, my grandparents probably have, I think 3 out of the 4 of us had Android, so like that was okay. The car had a USB plug, so I was very much able to keep my phone charged, which was good. My logic was I could also always plug it into my computer, but it just takes a lot longer. So that felt like a brave choice, making that like when I went, and I'm glad that's the choice I made. Oh, and I brought my notebook. I didn't bring my pencil case, but I just brought a singular pen. I probably would have liked to have my pencil case, but I managed with one pen. And I think that's it. I brought one set of earrings, which I did wear every day, I think. And my grandparents gave me a necklace, so I wore that with it every day. I don't think I needed any of my hair supplies, but I feel like that's partly luck as well because my hair is unpredictable and sometimes I need them and sometimes I don't. Yeah, overall, I feel like I packed really well. So yeah, that's the end of this video, and next week you'll get to see what I actually got up to in Italy. So I'll see you then. Bye!